to start doing what I'm doing with the storytelling and drumming and dancing and all the things that I do. Because I met a woman named Mama Neal. I saw her in the newspaper. And so I called her on the phone and talked to her. We talked for a long time. So she asked me, did I have any children? I said, yes, I have a son. He is 7. And she said, well, bring him on over. Put him in the group. And her group was called the Afro-American Youth Choir and Young Storytellers. She travels around to different places and takes the kids, teach them songs, drumming and dancing, and they put on their show, and that's what she did. That was the kind of work she did. So I traveled around with her and the kids. Then I decided I can do that. She gets paid to do that. I can do that. Maybe about a year, about 1998 or 9, I started doing it on my own. And my son Marvin said, well, let's name our company. We can do this, artists. We can do this. We don't have to dance at shortstop. We can have our own company. And so he named it the African Culture Company. So we would have rehearsals at the library. And I would get material from the store. We had t-shirts done up and lots of outfits. And we rehearsed. And we had the drummers and the dancers. Most of the dancers were girls. Elise, Thomas, Erica, and her little sister, Adasia. Those were the first 3 we started with. Later on, there were more dancers, but those were the first 3. Elise, Thomas, Adasia, and Erica, her sister. Some places we got paid, some we didn't, but we had fun. So that's how I got started. How I became self-employed? I was a substitute teaching assistant at the Columbus Public Schools. And they already had all my drums and things from festivals and just buying drums from people. So what I would do is I would go in and I would teach, the class with the teacher. I was an assistant, substituting, and we would just be in there watching the kids and making sure they learn their lesson and watch them in recess. And so it was like a little boring. It got to be a little boring. So I would have my drums and things in the car. And then I would wait for the moment for the teacher to say, and what else do you do? I got my drum. I'm a drummer, dancer, storyteller, and I teach African dance. She said, oh, wow, can you tell a story today? So I ran outside and got my drums. First chance I could get. That made it more fun to go teaching in the schools. But then I decided I just wanted to do that and not go to the schools, to sit in the classroom and teach. So I decided I would take September off. Say, let me see if I can get through September just doing what I like to do. So I got through September. Then I went through October. Then I said, okay, November. It's Thanksgiving and we're off for last week, so Thanksgiving's going to be a short month, so I know I can get through that month. Then went to December. We got to December, and I said, wow, this far, and school is out for the winter break. So then went through all December, and then January came. I said, okay, let me see if I can get through January, February, March. It's almost time for school to be out. so I didn't go. I didn't go for the whole year. And I said, wow, I am still alive. I made it through the whole school year, and I did not substitute one time, and I was able to do everything I wanted to do. So summer came, and the school board sent me a little letter saying, you're supposed to be in 35 days out of a year, and you didn't. So we're going to suspend you for a year. So I said, okay, that means I won't be teaching for another year. I was not sad. But anyway, so I like being with the children, but I like doing what I like to do with the children. Storytelling, dance, and drumming, and limbo, and drum circles, and fun stuff. So that's how I was able to become self-employed. I did not go back after the suspension. I stayed out. And I've been self-employed for some years now. 3 years, I think. So that's my how I became self-employed story. Now someone asked me, why you got so many drums? Why did you become a drummer? Well, I got a story about that too. But first, I want to tell you how I started dancing. One day, I went to a recreation center because I knew they were going to have some kind of activity there. So I went to watch. And I saw a whole bunch of dancers. They had their garb on, they were dressed, and they had a bunch of drummers, and they were called Tony West and the Imani Dancers. And Aziza was his wife. So I sat there in the bleachers and watched that performance, and I was like, ah! I was just amazed. I was amazed. So when they got done, I asked the drummer, which was the lead drummer, which was Tony West, how can I get into a dance class? And he pointed to his wife and he said, ask that lady right there and she'll sign you up. So I started taking formal dance classes. Now, I had been dancing before, but it was like at parties. Nigerian people were teaching dances. But this was formal dance. So that's how I started dancing. Then, one day, I was going to take a dance class at the Afrocentric School in Columbus, Ohio. And as I walked into the building, I heard the drummers warming up, getting ready so that they would take the dance class. Oh, those drummers sounded really good that day. And I ran to the bathroom to get ready. I ran to the restroom to change my clothes to get ready for the dance class. And that's my story on why I decided to start drumming. The drums called me that day. Oh, the reason why I decided to study the brain. I do study the brain, and I study meditation. And I decided to be focused because I wanted to have a different kind of life, and I decided that I got tired of being broke. Got tired of being broke, got tired of worrying about the gas, electric phone, and all that kind of stuff. So, and I asked a friend of mine for some money one time, and he said no. And I said, nobody tells me no. So, anyway, that's what happened with that. Somebody told me no, I got mad and cried, and I said, I'm going to get my own money, and I'm going to live my life how I want to. If my friend can make $25,000 to speak on a stage for 45 minutes, I can do it too, and I can make more than that. Okay, let me think. Nobody has to ever tell me to keep my mind focused ever again. Nobody. Nobody. Nobody.